What are the causes of acidity? Number one is genetics. If your mom, dad, grandparents have acidity, you are at an increased risk of experiencing the same. Second, if you are used to eating too much of food volume at a time, the muscles of your stomach cannot hold a large portion size, and hence the stomach will start putting the food and the acids back in the food pipe. Third is the practice of taking a nap immediately after a meal or lying down immediately after a meal. This puts the muscles of your esophagus and the stomach in the same line, and the chances of the acids going back in the esophagus are high. Fourth, if you are overweight, there is something called as visceral fat, which is the fat around your vital organs. So if this is your stomach and there is visceral fat which is in excess, it will start putting a pressure on the stomach, and the food is forced to go up back in the esophagus. Fifth is if you experience anxiety or stress very often, your body muscles are in a state of tenseness, which is applicable to the muscles of your abdomen as well. And last but not the least is foods like alcohol, smoking, caffeine, excessive consumption of mint also have a negative impact on the muscle of this valve, and will cause the acids to go back in the esophagus. What are the ways to manage this better, or how can you manage this better? There is nothing that we can do about genetics. We can work on the other aspects although. So the first thing is trying to cut down on the size of your meal portions so that your body is able to process it better. Second, stop lying down immediately after a meal. If you can, it is encouraged to walk for 10 to 15 minutes after each meal, that is after your breakfast, lunch and dinner. If you cannot resist the urge to lie down immediately after the meal, the least you can do is at least have an elevated surface so that the acids don't go back in the esophagus. Losing weight is one way of managing acidity better. If you experience stress and anxiety, doing something to de-stress, something like an easy stroll or a walk or yoga can also help you manage acidity better. And consuming foods that we just mentioned, that is alcohol, liquor, your smoking, caffeine and mint in excess, needs to be cut down if you're trying to manage this better. I hope you find this video useful. Do share it with your family, friends, people whom you know experience acidity, so that they can take charge of their health.